toward that. There we go. Oh. Okay, so today we're going to work with a lot of pillows, blankets, things like this. So if you need, well, I mean, I still have to get my pillows, but when that time comes, then you'll have some time to get your pillows. Okay, so you can use pillows off your bed. If you have your bolsters, you can use those. Oh, see, there's Esther. You can use pillows off the couch, you know, whatever you want. Okay. Hi, Esther.
Hi.
Okay. And I also have my rubber band. Okay. So if you have your rubber bands, get them. You can even use a hair tie, even though it might be quite harsh on the big toe, but you know, such is life. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the toes. So you can put your hands behind your back, just hold yourself up. You're gonna look at your toes, flex the feet, and then open the toes. So spend some time to really try to feel the muscles as you're opening the toes, and then squeeze the toes closed and open and close and open and close and open and close, open, close, open, close. Okay. So I'm going to use the band, put that around my big toes. So it just holds the big toe out. Okay. So it pulls it away from the other toe strongly. Yeah. And then we're going to do the same thing. You're going to close the toes and open them. Let's do that 4 more times. Close them. Slowly open them. So if you don't have a rubber band, that's all right. And slowly close them. And slowly open. Let's do that 1 more time. Slowly close. Slowly open. And then from here, you're going to slowly point the feet, point the toes, and then slowly flex. And slowly point. So taking the time so you can try to articulate the bones in the feet. And point again. And flex. And point. And flex. Point. Flex. 1 more time. And then if you still have the rubber band on, you're going to turn the ankle in and turn the ankle out. So turning the ankle out, so meaning that you're squeezing the outside of the ankle. So if you have the rubber band on, it's going to be even more intense. Yay! Oops. And turn in and out, and in. Oops, I have to readjust my band here. There we go. And out. And oops. Okay, the band's gone, and in. And out. And in. And out. And in. Okay, circle the ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so bending the right knee, interlace your fingers behind the knee and take the foot off the ground and point the toe. And you're going to, actually, you're going to point the toe, extend the knee, flex the foot, and try to squeeze the heel towards the buttock. And extend, and squeeze to the butt, and extend, and squeeze. 2 more, extend, and squeeze, and extend, and squeeze. So let's do 5 on the other side. Okay. And extend, squeeze, extend, squeeze, extend, squeeze, extend, squeeze. I lost count. Well, it's the left leg, so we can do 1 more. Squeeze and release. Okay, open the legs. Okay, so try to sit up. If you can't, or all right, then you can bring your hands behind you, but try to sit up on your own without the hands. And flex the entire leg so you're pushing the heels out away from the hips. And then you're going to turn from the hip joint, you're going to turn the thigh bone in and turn the thigh bone out. And in and out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, and out. Okay. Go ahead and sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. And just remember which leg is in the front. Most likely it's the right, because we will change to the left. So you're going to turn towards the left knee, left hand down on the ground next to you, and then see if you can bring your, well, be gentle. I'm going to push down on the right thigh, if it's okay with the knee, and see if you can bring your head down towards the left knee. And then coming back up, change hands. Turn towards the right knee and see if you can bring the forehead towards the knee. Okay, coming back up. And we're going to take the left hand down. You're going to reach the right arm up. And then just let the spine curve towards the left. So you have to open the left fingers really wide, bending the elbow, and try to pull the left shoulder away from the ear. Coming back up, change hands. So same thing, pulling the right shoulder away from the ear, bending the elbow. Opening the right hand wide as you can. And coming back up. Okay. You're going to straighten the legs, flex the feet, and then you're going to change the position of the leg. So maybe the left leg is in front now. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing over again. So you're going to take your left hand to the thigh, right hand down next to you, and then turn towards the right knee and dropping the head down towards the knee. And coming back up, changing sides. And coming back up, going to bring the right arm up, open the left hand wide and bending towards the left. And coming back up, changing sides, expand the right hand and arc. So use this opportunity to expand the left lung. And coming back up. Take your arms into cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and try to pull your elbows back, and then just keep your elbows there. Try not to allow the elbows to sink down. Okay, and try not to allow the shoulders to hunch up like this. Okay, so we call this Nancy no neck. I think I just came up with that. So pull, don't be a Nancy no neck. So pull your shoulders down, but keep your elbows lifted. All right, don't move the arms. It's just the obliques. Inhale, exhale, squeeze your belly to turn your spine. And then coming back and turning to the left. Make sure you're turning the head too. And come back to center, turning to the right. Come back to center, turning to the left. Back to center, turning to the right. Now take your left hand straight down and take your right arm overhead. So you're in a twist, but you're kind of, how do I say that? You're in a twist, but in a weird twist. And come back up. Twist to the left. Put your right hand down and reach. And coming back up. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see. I will continue to use my rubber band. You can use your belt. Turn and face this way so you can see what I'm doing with the rubber band. Put the rubber band behind me, and I'm going to grab onto the rubber band with my hands. Okay, so you can do the same with the belt. And you see I'm kind of slunched forward. You don't want to do that. You want to sit up nice and tall. You don't want to lift the chest up. Okay, you want to keep the rib cage down, but you want to straighten the arms back. Okay, so that maybe the fingers are still touching the ground. Pull your shoulder blades closer together and palms facing backwards, and use your triceps, okay, the back of the arms, to lift up. So the reason why I like the rubber bands is it puts tension on my arms. So I have to use a bit more or a different, or I'm forced to use my proper muscles in my arms. And if you can, come forward and lift the arms up higher. Back up. What's happening there? Okay, that's not my music. All right, I'm putting that down now. All right, I'm gonna now I'm gonna get my what is that called? Blanket. I'm gonna get my blanket, and I'm gonna put this underneath my. Actually, let's do it this way. I'm gonna bring the blanket back, and I'm gonna put it right up against my bum.
Wenn ich zum Beispiel eine Kilometerschwelle verhänge oder so, ne?
Ja.
Dann,
Getting muted. Naughty, it's naughty Esther. Okay, so I was saying, I'm going to lay down on the blanket. Just like that. So my tailbone is off the blanket, but my shoulders are on the blanket. And so it gives me a little bit of height. It's also very nice for supporting the lower back. Excuse me. And then I'm going to reach my arms over the head. Oh yeah, excuse me. That started a big yawn. Okay, so reaching, keep the arms active, stretching over the head, and inhale. Exhale, slowly peel the spine up off the ground. And exhale, slowly bring the spine back to the ground. Okay, relax while you're down there, except for the arms. So you're relaxing the back and the buttocks and the belly, but not the arms. Okay, so inhale, exhale, roll it up. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale. Exhale, roll it back up. Exhale. Roll it back down. Okay. Now take your hands to your belly, in between the belly button and the pubic bone. Press down a little bit and feel the muscles in the abdomen pull down and in, or at least tighten. Okay, so at least feel them tighten underneath your hands. Keep your hands there as a reminder to keep your belly tight. Okay. So keep those muscles triggered. And then you're going to inhale, activate your feet. You're going to inhale, you're going to roll back to your tailbone. So this is a pelvic tilt backwards, and your lower back comes off the ground a lot, but the belly the belly is still tight. And then you're going to exhale, belly stays tight, and you're going to pull the pubic bone towards the rib cage without using the legs or the buttocks. Keep the belly tight. And then inhale, tilt backwards. And exhale, forward. So you can tell in the first couple of these if you're doing it correctly. Okay? Because it should be very, very challenging to keep the belly, the muscles contracted. Okay. And forward. And back. Just make sure you're breathing. So you exhale, you come forward, inhale back. Exhale, sorry, inhale. And exhale. 2 more times like that. So rolling back. So you're shortening the muscles in the lower back. Okay. Now you're lengthening them. And shortening. And lengthening. And release. Okay, so that should have been really powerful. And if it wasn't very powerful, then you weren't squeezing the abdomen. Okay, so you really need to squeeze. And I think that we should do this from now on, hands to the belly, because in all of our like 1.5 years, 2 years doing Pilates together, I don't think we've been doing it correctly. I think we tighten and then we get into it and we lose the muscle tightness. Okay, so because remember, Pilates is really technical. I mean, it's super technical. It's not just really, let's do this movement. It's like contract this muscle, this muscle, this muscle. It's like what you're learning in Iyengar yoga, Laura. You know, it's like very, very, very detailed, technical. Okay, so let's go ahead and do something else to relieve the back from that. So take your right knee to the chest and out to the side. Just pull it and then straighten the left leg. Okay, put that right foot down. Let's change sides to the left leg. Remember to drop the leg out to the side so you're not pulling it directly. Basically, I would say directly towards the left girdle. Okay, I don't do that because I think that it's not so nice for the hips. Okay, so let it drop out to the side or the torpedo, and then pull it up from the side. Okay, the side of the torpedo. And then straighten your right leg. And release. Bend both knees. And Rebecca, you may already be massaging your belly with oil. If you're not, I highly recommend starting that now. You can do that every single day, and I would even get the best is to get vitamin E that you take internally, like vitamins, and you just pierce the gel cap and you squeeze that. Maybe you can make like some little witchy oil and squeeze a bunch of those into like either I would use pure sesame oil or coconut oil. Okay, so that's going to help with the skin. So the skin can stretch a lot, but it helps with it just helps the skin, okay, start stretching out. All right, so let's do full Apanasana. So I would take both knees up, but out to the side. So you see I'm really pulling them out to the side. Okay. And then I'm going to use both my arm strength. So I'm going to try to bend my elbow and pull my elbow straight down towards the mat, okay, or the back of my arm down towards the mat. So I'm getting a bit of a stretch on the inner thigh, but also pulling my knees towards my my armpits, I guess, and I'm feeling my lower back extend. Okay, and release. All right, so I mean, this class is going to be pretty easy, but we are going to work slightly. Okay, I mean, just slightly. I mean, yoga is quite, I mean, it is a work, but not, we don't have to do like a crazy workout. So I would roll to the side to come back up. So you can grab your blocks. And you're gonna step on your blocks. Okay, so we're gonna I like the laying down part. so again, that's why I love Pilates so much. We can just lay down. Okay, so you're gonna put your blocks right underneath your feet. Okay. Take your time. It might, take you a bit to get it in the right position. And I am hooking my heel a little bit on the edge so I don't slip off. So that's the one thing, like Manduka blocks are really great, but maybe for this, they're a little slippery. All right. Oh, I'm going to take my arms down next to my hips, open my fingers. And then I'm going to just use this height, then I'm going to start pushing into the block. So I'm activating my feet. I'm pushing into the block and I'm starting to roll or curl my pubic bone towards my rib cage. And then my spine starts to come up off the ground. All the way up. So I'm going to try to take this roundness out of my rib cage. So I'm going to pull my rib cage down and then try to lift my hip bones up. Okay. So pull your rib cage down and try to lift your hip bones up. Take a deep breath. And then exhale. You're going to slowly release. Just take your time. And then relax when you get down. So my hopes with the feet on top of the blocks is that you can really articulate the spine, get every single vertebra working. Okay, so that's our goal. And plus, it works the legs a bit. I think you can probably feel that. So we're going to do that a few times, and you might feel. Just note if you feel a little bit of pressure in the head. Okay, so after a long day of work, sometimes our blood pressure gets a little weird. Okay, just make a mental note of that. If it's too much pressure in the head, then just stop. Okay, so don't want to put too much pressure in the head. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do that 5 more times. Just nice and slow. Take a deep breath. Activate the feet and up we go. So you're going to hold up here, push the pubic bone and the hip joints up, and try to pull the rib cage down. And slowly release down. spine. Once you release all the way, just relax. Take a deep breath, readjust your arms and your shoulders. And exhale, here we go, back up. So push the hips and the pubic bone up as high as you can and try to pull the rib cage down. And then slowly roll the spine down. And relax. So as you bring the spine down, it's like you're trying to uncurl the spine. So as we curl up, we're curling the spine. I mean, okay, the spine doesn't curl, but you want to imagine. Okay, you want to use your imagination. So as you come down, you're uncurling the spine. So just try to think about that. So we have 3 more to do. Boy, this is, my back's already feeling much better doing this. All right, so make sure you readjusted your arms and your shoulders. Take a deep breath. And up we go. And slowly uncurl the spine back to the mat. Okay, reach your arms down. So readjust your arms and your shoulders. And we got 2 more of these. Inhale and exhale. Curl up. And slowly coming down. Okay, readjust your arms and your shoulders. Take a deep breath. And exhale 1 more time, slowly coming up. And slowly coming down. Okay, so go ahead and rock your hips side to side. Just give it a bit of a massage. Okay, then you're going to cross the left leg over the right. And you're going to take your knees. We're going to do a spinal twist from here. You're just going to drop your legs over to the right side and then cactus arms. And your left arm may not come all the way to the ground in this position. Just work with gravity. And then untwist your legs, come back up. And then you're going to straighten, might have to move the blocks. You're going to straighten the right leg. And then you're going to take the left foot on top of the right thigh as high as you can get it. And then twist over to the right side. And as you twist, straighten the left leg. And maybe you can grab onto the big toe. And then try to straighten the right leg and then let gravity take your left cactus arm. And then you're going to come back to the right, release the foot, back onto your spine. Okay. And then you're going to cross the right leg over the left and twisting towards the left side. And then again, working with gravity on your right cactus arm. Untwist your legs, come back to center, and then straighten the left leg. Put the right foot high up on the thigh, twist to the left side again, and then see if you can, I'm too close to the wall. See if you can grab onto the big toe. Reaching the reaching the left leg down. If you can't grab the foot or the big toe, no problem. Just keep the knee bent and you can grab onto the outside of the leg. Okay. And then use gravity on the right cactus arm. Okay, come back to the left. And coming back onto your spine, come back to the mat. Ugh. Okay, so roll off to the right side to come back up. Just like that, yeah, awesome. Whew. All right, so we're gonna do more back stuff. It's important. Excuse me. And so I'm going to grab my pillow. Okay, so if you want to use your pillows or bolsters or your couch pillows, please do. So I'm just going to use one pillow. Make sure it's even. And I'm going to start with the upper back. So we're going to move down the spine. Okay, so we're going to move down the spine. Eventually, it's going to be underneath the sacroiliac joint, okay, or the tailbone. So I'm just laying back, making sure that my head's going to come back a little bit, so my chin is, or my neck is open. Does that make sense? So my neck is open. It's not, my head's not too far back. Okay, so I'm right, the edge of the pillow is supporting my neck, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna lift my hips up a little bit, tuck my tailbone under, and then I'm gonna just relax. I'm gonna interlace my fingers and then see if I can relax my arms behind my head a little bit, or for a little bit, because it gets a bit The blood tends to come out of the arms. Arms go numb here. Really try to deepen your breath. Okay, so support your head with your hands. Lift your head back up, slowly rolling. See if you can roll. I mean, you can roll off to one side, that's totally fine. Or if you have more strength, you can try to roll all the way up. And then you just want to move the pillow, okay, a little bit towards your bum. And then roll back again. So now the head is back a little bit farther, but it's being supported by the ground. And you want to lift your hips up and try to tuck your tailbone under a little bit, and then bring your hips down, straighten the legs. There you go. And just try to figure out where it feels best for the arms. Okay. And practice deep breathing. Okay. Support your head with your hands. Either roll off to one side, rolling off the pillow and coming back up, or using your ab strength. To roll up. And then moving the pillow closer to your buttocks again. And I would bend the knees, tuck your tailbone under, put it down, and straighten the legs. And then deepen your breath. And support your head with your hands. we move the pillow all the way to the bum. Hold the pillow there with your hands. Roll back. And now you're going to bend the knees. And you're going to continue, you have to lift your hips up and just kind of continue to slide back. So your hips are now, your buttocks are now on the pillow. And I would try to get the feet as close as you can to the pillow with the heels lifted. And then lift your hips up, use your thumbs or your hands, and try to pull the bum flesh that way, away from you. Okay? And then you can keep, well, I say then, but you can keep your knees bent, that's fine. So the straighter the knees become, the more impact this is going to have, okay? And the impact could not necessarily feel nice, okay? So you judge where you want to be. And I would just put your arms, if your shoulders are okay with it, I would just put your arms in cactus. And then bending the knees. And see, bring the knees towards the chest and then push the legs up. So both legs up. And then interlace your fingers behind the head. Keep the right leg stable. Actually, bring the right knee into tabletop. And then bring the left knee into tabletop. So keep the right leg stable. And then pull the belly in. Actually, no. Use your hands. Okay. Feel the belly. Put your hands on your belly. Feel the belly sink down. So we tend to push up. Okay, we've been taught to push up when contracting the belly. That's not correct. Pull the belly down. Okay, feel it contract and hard underneath your abdomen, underneath your hands. Okay, keep your hands there. And just the left leg. So see if you can toe tap onto the ground, keeping the stomach tight. And exhale, bring it up. And the right leg. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. And then allow the legs to roll towards your chest. So I would open the legs, just pull them. And then from here here, grab onto your big toes from the inside of the legs. Okay, so just let the knees fall out to the side and grab onto the big toes with the first two fingers, and the palms are facing each other. And who knows, maybe this might work better for you, Laura, because I know this posture was quite difficult, but maybe with the bum up on a pillow, this makes it work a bit easier. Let's see. So then you're going to take your feet and point them, the bottoms of your feet, straight up towards the ceiling. Okay. And just let gravity, just work with gravity. Okay, so you can feel gravity starting to pull on the knees a little bit. I mean, you are using a bit of weight of your arms. If you want a bit more weight, you can reach around to the outside of the foot or the ankle and grab the heel from the outside of the foot and then pull down. Okay. And you can either keep your legs open or close them. Okay. And then you're going to try to grab opposite elbow. I mean, that's with your legs closed, or try to interlace your hands and pull the feet. Or you can grab onto the heels or the backs of the legs, open the legs a little bit, and try to straighten the legs as much as you can. And then pull the legs down towards basically towards the ground behind you. Okay. Whew. I would try to roll off to the side. And then come back up. Whew, yeah. Okay. That was awesome. I love just laying around stretching. All right, so I'm still going to use my blanket. I'm just going to turn it so I can sit up on it. Ugh. All right. And I thought we would do, let's do some shoulder stretches while we're here. I thought we would do some more forward bends since, you know, our vinyasa class on Mondays and Fridays are quite extreme. So we don't get to do too many forward bends, and forward bends are really nice for collecting energy or pacifying, we call it pacifying pitta and vata. Basically calming you down. Okay, so go ahead and just sit in a comfortable position, and however that is for you. And we're going to open the belt. Oops. You're going to bring the belt up. We've all done this one before. And the belt comes back and down. Yeah. Just working the shoulders. Try not to keep the elbows locked. So don't bend the elbows. It's just a gentle movement for the shoulder. And I've noticed that some days my shoulders make noise and other days they don't make any noise at all. So I think it's the days that we do this more often or the weeks we do this more often is when I don't hear the clunking sounds in the shoulder joint. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit tighter. Yep, that's okay. Yeah, let's do one more time to the front, one more time to the back, and then back to the front. Front, back, front. Okay. Ooh. All right. So taking the right hand behind you, taking the left hand, palm, first thumb facing upwards, and then turn the thumb down, reach it back behind you, grabbing onto the belt, and use the right arm to pull the hand up, and then try to pull both arms back and tuck your chin slightly. And then you might want to play with the neck a little bit, the position of the head. So I'm going to turn towards my right arm, and then I'm going to bring my chin down and just kind of see what happens. See if that puts some stretch in the neck. Come back to center. Maybe I'll take the ear down towards my right shoulder, and then maybe start playing with the chin, bringing the chin down. Yeah, there we go. That's interesting. Okay, so keep hold of the belt. Go ahead and slowly pull the right hand down now. So the left hand is pulling the right arm down and back. So the elbow, so you can look at the elbow, right elbow, and watch it pull straight back. Try to bring the elbow closer to the ear and then bring your head back to center. Okay, and release. Whew. And the other side. Okay. Taking the right arm out, thumb facing up, then turn the thumb down, reach it back, grab onto the belt. Use the left hand, pull the right hand up. Oops. And then pull the elbows back, tuck your chin. And then play with the neck a little bit. Oh yeah, I found something. And let's go ahead and shift and pull the left hand down. You can look at the left elbow and pull the elbow back and bring the elbow closer to the face and then bring the head back to center. So keep that tension, really pulling hard with the right arm, if it's okay with the shoulder. And then slowly release. Okay. And bringing the legs out in Upavishta Konasana. So I recommend taking your hands and facing them back. So the fingers facing back towards the wall or towards your bum. And I would put them underneath the thighs above the knee. Okay, so this just blocks the leg from rolling inwards. Okay. And then activate the legs, open the toes, and then you just bend the elbows. Come forward and bend the elbows. You can even use the hands, push a little bit, try to bring your chin, chest forward. And then coming back up. We're going to do this 2 different ways. So the first way is going to be with the legs straight. Excuse me. Big yawn. I am breathing. All right. Taking the first 2 fingers on the right hand, can you slip it in between the big toe? Catch the big toe. If you can't reach, grab onto the calf or the knee or the thigh, okay, wherever you can, or put your hand down on the inside of the leg. It doesn't matter where, just as long as you have some kind of leverage, okay. And then you want to it's kind of like you're pulling the belly in, leaning back towards the back side of the sits bones, okay, so towards the back of the sits bones. And then you're going to use your elbow or your arm, wherever your arm is, and you're going to start to pull your chest. So we're using straight legs, so allow the left hip to lift up. So the left leg will start to slide, okay, the more you pull. And my elbow is on the outside of the knee. Okay, bringing yourself back up. Let's see what happens to the other side. So just put your hand in the same position as you did on the right side. And then pull your belly back, lean to the back of the sits bone. So it's going to be the left sits bone. So lean towards the back side of it. And then start to pull yourself towards that big toe and allow the right hip and the thigh, the right leg, to start sliding towards you. So we're targeting the side here, the hip, the side of the hip and above the hip. Okay, coming back up. All right, so now it's going to get a little bit different. If you can, I would take the right leg even more open. So you pulling it back, only if you have the flexibility. So don't push into the knee. And then you're going to support the left knee with the right hand. Not with your right hand. Hit the left knee with the left hand. And release it. There we go. Bend the knee. It never fails. I have such a hard time left and right. All right. Then you're going to grab onto the big toe. And you're going to pull over. I think that was Laura checking out. Bye, Laura. So it's the same thing, but it seems like it gets a bit tighter or shorter when we bring the leg in. So these muscles tighten up. So the side of the hip and the obliques, they start to tighten up. So also this is a good experiment to show you how, again, everything is connected. Everything is connected. And let's slowly come back up. And when I say that everything is connected, I'm not just talking about your body, meaning, you know, your thigh is connected to your lower back, but also we can expand on that your mind is connected to your body is connected to your mind, your heart is connected to your mind. You know, if you believe in soul or spirit, your body is connected to the spirit or energy. We're connected to whatever is happening to the planet, okay? Because the planet is also an organism, okay? You're also connected to your environment, right? So everything is connected, everything. All right, let's do the other side. Okay. Everything is connected. All right. So if you're grabbing onto the big toe, grab onto the big toe. If you're just putting your hand down, that's fine as well. You can always just put your hand down to the inside of the left leg. Okay, that's just as good. And if your hand's on the ground, just curve the spine. Okay, so we're targeting the side body here, seeing if we can allow the hip, maybe weigh the hip down a bit. Try to let the right hip, right hip drop down. And slowly come back up. Okay. We're going to do Paschimottanasana, but a variation. So we're going to open the legs. I would open the legs your mat distance. Okay. And when you come forward, so this is how I'm going to come forward. I'm going to hinge from the hips. Okay, until I feel my back start to round, then I'll bring my hands straight down over my feet, if you can reach. Okay, if you can reach. And then I'm going to bend my elbows and I'm going to pull my feet back so I can stretch the calves. So I'm not working on the hamstrings so much, I'm working on the calves. And then I'm going to tuck my chin, and while working on the calves, I'm going to try to extend my back. Once I lengthen my back, okay, maybe then we can feel a bit more into the hamstrings, but maybe not. So I'm just trying to keep my back straight, just extending it, trying to make it longer. Okay, now I'm going to round my back. So go ahead and release the feet. You can just put your arms down if that's available to you. Okay, and then just round the back. Let the head come all the way down or as far as it can. Okay, gently coming back up. Okay. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Let me check the time. I think we're about ready for, yeah, almost ready. Okay, super. Let me see what Laura says. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So I'm gonna close down my lights and I wanted to do a supported halasana. Okay. So this is the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna use 2 blankets. I'm stacking 2 blankets up. Smoothing them out. And then I'm going to use 2 bolsters, or you can use pillows, because that's what your feet are going to go onto. And Rebecca, that might be a lot of pressure for you up in the face. Of course, you can try it with legs open and see how you feel upside down like that. But if it's too much pressure, coming into your face and you're having a hard time breathing, then okay, come down. And I would recommend a more supportive, like open leg child's pose, because we're stretching the spine, and that's and child's pose can also be a spinal stretch. And I would recommend doing something like this. Let me just show you for a moment. I mean, yes, try halasana and see how you feel if you want, and then come to this. Okay, so I would bring the the knees open wide, maybe the big toes together, and then the pillow way forward. I mean, again, see how you feel. You might feel great. It might feel great having support under the watermelon, and just kind of lay down here, because it helps to take the kink out of your back. Okay, or you can push the pillow forward and just have it on your upper chest and just turn your head. Okay, that's also quite nice. Okay, just see what works best. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm stacking my pillows. I'm going to turn the lights down. Excuse me. Okay. So if you're using blankets, okay, make sure your shoulders are on the blanket and your head is off the blanket. Okay, so the blankets are supporting the shoulders. Blankets lift up. So what they do is they help you to keep the neck in a proper position. Just also don't pull on your hair. And then when you're ready, so this is a spinal stretch. It could be quite intense for the back. So just, just note that. If it's too intense, then do child's pose with the pillows. Okay. All right. So if you're trying this out, push with the elbows and then open the legs and try to bring the legs on top of the pillows and press your arms down behind you. And then to come out, I would first try to catch the feet or the backs of the legs and roll down, or just try to catch yourself, use your arms as brakes and roll down. Okay. All right. And then roll off to the side. Come back up. And then let's do legs up the wall. Woo-hoo. Okay, so I would use, if you're using 2 blankets, I would use one to lay on and one for over the chest. So whoops, I didn't do that right. So legs up the wall is very important to help with bloating. Okay, and bloating can also be in the knees, in the ankles, in the legs. Okay, so bloating can be anywhere. Unfortunately, not just in the belly. Bloating can go everywhere. Okay, so bloating is a vata condition. And vata can cause back issues, especially lower back, hip issues. All right, so if you have 2 blankets, just put one over the chest. Okay. And bring your arms out. Just try to relax as best as you can. begin to deepen your breath. And bending the knees. Reaching the arms over the head. And rolling to one side. Coming back up to a comfortable seated position. Just close the eyes for a moment. Let the belly relax. Natural breathing. Bring your palms together, base of the thumbs touching the heart center. Thank yourself for all of your efforts. Thank each other for our efforts together. Thank your teachers for their efforts. Harium Tatsa. So thank you very much for joining class. I hope it gave you what you needed. And Rebecca, I'll send you, I'll try to find some information on how to wrap the torpedo so it relieves the strain on the back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll try to look for that right now and send it to you before I leave the studio. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have to say it's very frustrating when you say put your belly in. There's nothing that goes in. just my belly button plops out. That's it.
Yeah, and your muscles are probably stretched to the maximum anyways, you know.
Yeah.
So, but you can still work the pelvic floor muscles.
Mm.
You know, definitely. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're starting to get pressure as well. Yeah. But you know, you do the best you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, wrapping the belly and there's a technique, you know, to lifting the weight. So taking the weight off the back.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thank
So,
you.
Yeah, I'll try to find that information out right now.
Okay.
All right,
So bye,
guys.
and thanks for class.
Yeah. Have a good night. And I
Thank
hope you rest
you.
well. Yeah.
Bye to
Bye.
everyone.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.